We are only in the second month of 2021, but there have been a handful of celebrity lives that we have sadly lost. Today on Beyond the Screen, we are going to remember the lives of some celebrities who've sadly passed away in 2021. I'm your host, Sebastian Athie. Thanks for checking out Top 10 Beyond the Screen. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Starting off the countdown at number 10 is Dustin Diamond. Fans were recently devastated when they found out one of their favorite Saved by the Bell characters had passed away. The actor was best known for playing Samuel Powers on the show, also known as Screech. He suddenly passed away on February 1st, 2021 after a short battle with cancer. He was only 44 years old. His rep confirmed the actor's diagnosis with People magazine a month before and said that he had started chemotherapy for stage 4 cancer. He was diagnosed with small cell carcinoma? Oh, I said that right? Which is a cancer that commonly occurs in the lungs but can also grow in the prostate or gastrointestinal tract. His battle with cancer only lasted a few weeks because it spread so rapidly and viciously. Sadly, his rep confirmed that he had passed away but said that he did not suffer due to how quickly everything had happened. Fans are still very much in shock about this. Up next, number 9, we have Cicely Tyson. The Tony Award and Emmy-winning actress passed away on January 28th at the age of 96. She was in the entertainment industry for many years, ever since she made her debut in the 1956 movie Caribe Gold. She was famously known for her choice of roles, always portraying resilient and uplifting Black women. She earned awards for her starring roles in film and television over the years, even earning herself an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. In 2018, she actually became the first Black woman to receive an honorary Oscar, and then 2 years later, she was selected for the Peabody Career Achievement Award for her work on the stage, in film, and in television. Her memoir called Just As I Am was actually released just 2 days before her death. No cause of death has been stated at the time of this recording. Sliding into the number 8 spot is Soo Jung. The South Korean actress passed away on January 23rd at the young age of 26. Her passing was announced by Sublime Artist Agency on Instagram on January 24th, but her cause of death was not released. The agency did not immediately respond for media's request to comment either, so there still remains a lot of mystery around what really happened to her. Rumors have been flooding the internet with people alleging that she may have committed suicide, but again, that has not been confirmed. She rose to fame for her roles in TV shows like Make-A-Wish, School 2017, and Golden Rainbow. Outside of her acting career, she was also a model and an advocate for people with disabilities. Her fans are still very distraught by the news and are hoping that they get some answers soon on what really happened to her. Coming into number 7, we have Deezer D. The actor, who is best known for his role on the drama series ER, passed away on January 7th at just 55 years old. Fans loved him for his role as Nurse Malik McGrath on the medical series and were shocked to hear about his unexpected passing. His brother, Emery Thompson, actually announced his passing on his Instagram account. Reports say that Deezer was found unresponsive at his Los Angeles home on the morning of January 7th. According to TMZ, an official cause of death has not been determined. However, another brother of his actually leaked some information to a media outlet and said that they suspect he had a heart attack, but again, this has not been confirmed. Moving on to number 6, we have John Reilly. The actor lived a long, successful life, but sadly passed away at the age of 84 on January 10th. He rose to fame for his role on General Hospital and Beverly Hills 90210. His daughter, Caitlin Reilly, announced the news of her father's death on her Instagram, but his cause of death was not disclosed. Her tribute to him was very emotional and sweet, and she did reveal that she made it home in time to say goodbye and hold him, so we know that it wasn't totally sudden or unexpected in a sense. The actor was originally from Chicago and started acting in the 1960s with guest starring roles on Death Valley Days, Apple's Ways, and Gunsmoke. In 1984, his career moved forward and he starred in 6 episodes of Dallas, and then from there, he went on to portray Sean Donnelly on General Hospital for 11 years. Talk about a very successful role. Halfway through our list, at number 5, we have Ed Bruce. People refer to him as a country icon, and fans were devastated to read that he had passed on January 8th at the age of 81. He had many hit songs over the course of his decades-long career, like the all-time classic, Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. He actually wrote the song with his then-wife, Patsy Bruce, and people quickly fell in love with it. In 1982, he released the single You're the Best Break This Old Heart Ever Had, featuring Lynn Anderson, which charted for 21 weeks and landed at #1. That same year, he also co-starred in the TV series Brett Maverick. From there, he actually went on to appear in other fan favorite shows, so although his music career was a success, he also had a career in film. But his music is what people really know him by. He earned himself 35 Billboard spots, including 6 top 10 hits. In spot number 4, we have Peter Mark Richman, another successful actor that had a very long and successful career. The news was announced that the actor died on January 14th at the age of 93, and the cause of death was stated as natural causes. Reports say he died of natural causes at his home in Woodland Hills, California. His rep confirmed this with People magazine. The actor has more than 130 television credits to his name, including his recurring role as Reverend Snow on Three's Company. After the news broke that he passed, his Three's Company co-star, Suzanne Summers, posted a statement and said, "Comedy is musical. Peter Mark Richman and I understood the music from the very first time we appeared together on Three's Company. He knew his stuff. We lost a good one. Rest in peace, Peter Mark Richman." Taking over the number 3 spot is Marion Ramsey. The Broadway and Police Academy actress passed away on January 7th at the age of 73. According to The Hollywood Reporter, she passed away at her home in Los Angeles. Her agency rep, Roger Paul Inc., released a statement and said, "The dimming of her light is already felt by those who know her well." She's best known for her performance as Officer Laverne Hooks in the Police Academy film franchise, beginning with the 1984 original and then several role reprisals. She was also known for being a longtime advocate for HIV and AIDS awareness and was very much loved for that. Outside of the film industry and advocacy, she was also known for her Broadway performances in shows like Hello Dolly and Little Shop of Horrors. Rolling into the number 2 spot is Harry Brant. He was a socialite known for his own career, but also for being the son of supermodel Stephanie Seymour and magazine publisher Peter Brant. His death was a very shocking tragedy for everyone, as he passed away on January 17th at the very young age of 24. His family revealed the news to New York Times and said the cause of death was an accidental overdose. The statement said, "We will forever be saddened that his life was cut short by this devastating disease. He achieved a lot in his 24 years, but we will never get the chance to see how much more Harry could have done." The disease that they are referring to is his addiction that reports say he was struggling with for many years. For anyone who may not know who he was an online influencer, but also a model appearing in Italian Vogue campaigns. When he was a teenager, he also wrote for Interview magazine, which his father owned. And last but certainly not least, in our number 1 spot, we have Larry King. The news was shocking to everyone when the world found out that he had passed away on January 23rd at the age of 87. The beloved journalist and radio host passed away in Los Angeles just weeks after he was hospitalized with COVID-19 on January 2nd. He was in the industry for 63 years and succeeded across multiple platforms of radio, television, and digital media. He was known to the world as Larry King, but he was actually born as Harvey Zeger in 1993 in Brooklyn, New York. He changed his birth name in the late 1950s as he started his broadcasting career in Miami. In 1985, he launched his legendary cable TV show, Larry King Live, which became one of CNN's biggest programs. He earned a ton of awards throughout his career, including 2 Peabody Awards and inductions into the National Radio Hall of Fame and Broadcasters Hall of Fame. On top of that, he also is the author of several books. Very successful, to say the least, and very much missed. Taking our number 10 spot is DMX. The rapper's passing broke millions of hearts when it was announced on April 9th. His passing came just 1 week after suffering a heart attack at just 50 years old. His family revealed the sad news in a statement online and wrote, "Earl," which was his birth name, "was a warrior who fought till the very end. Earl's music inspired countless fans across the world, and his iconic legacy will live on forever. Fans shared his music all over social media and flooded his accounts with loving messages. Over the course of his career, he released 15 songs that made it to the Billboard Hot 100 list, and outside of music, he also appeared in 15 films and many TV appearances. So to say he had a successful career would be very much an understatement. Up next, number 9, we have Nikki Grahame. The Big Brother UK and Big Brother Canada star stole the hearts of everyone when appearing on the reality TV show. Everyone adored her bubbly and energetic personality and were devastated when they found out that she had passed at the young age of 38. The most difficult part about her passing was the reason. She had been struggling with a very long battle of anorexia and was seeking help at a private hospital when she passed away. Her career first took off when she appeared on Big Brother UK back in 2006, and then she went on to star in The Ultimate Big Brother in 2010, and then Big Brother Canada in 2016. Her close friend Duncan James recently opened up about her passing and said he begged her to eat when he saw her back in 2018, and that he didn't know how serious her battle really was. He didn't even know that she was in the hospital and said that he regrets not being able to say goodbye to her. A lot of people didn't know, including her fans, but she was always very open with her struggle, even writing an autobiography called Dying to Be Thin back in 2009. So she had been very open with her struggle, but when she was seeking treatment in the hospital recently, she didn't really tell many people. At number 8, we have Jahmil French. He was known for his role as Dave Turner on the hit TV series Degrassi, The Next Generation, and won the hearts of many, many people throughout his career. People were shocked when the news broke that he had suddenly passed away at the young age of 29. The cause of death was not revealed to the public, but co-stars flooded social media with tributes to the very talented star. He was nominated for a Canadian Screen Award for his work in Degrassi, and he was a fan favorite and worked on the show from 2009 to 2013. I love that show. He also received a Canadian Screen Awards nomination for Best Supporting Actor in 2018, so he had a very successful career and a very bright future. Fans are wanting answers since his passing came very suddenly, but they still shared his tributes and condolences online, and nothing has been revealed about the cause. Next up at number 7 is Paul Ritter. The Tony-nominated actor, best known for his role in Chernobyl and Harry Potter, passed away just a few weeks ago at the age of 54. Reports announced the news and revealed he had passed away during one evening in his home after suffering from a brain tumor. He was surrounded by his wife and sons at the time of his passing and was said to have gone very peacefully. The actor was born in the United Kingdom but made a name for himself internationally in the Hollywood scene. His resume was packed with different opportunities. He starred in the British television series Friday Night Dinner, which ran from 2011 to 2020, and in 2009 he also received a Tony nomination for his lead role in the play The Norman Conquest, and he also appeared in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, so some younger generations might recognize him from there. And in more recent years, fans adored seeing him in the Chernobyl miniseries. In the number 6 spot is Trish Noble. Her acting career was packed with incredible roles, but one of her most notable was her role in 2 Star Wars films. But that is not to say that she didn't have a wildly successful career outside of that role. She's actually known for being an Aussie actress and pop singer who got her start on the TV show Bandstand before she pursued a music career and then continued with more acting. She had several big hits along the way, but ended up turning her focus to acting and moved to the UK, where she starred in television series and even made appearances on the big screen. It was in the late 60s that she moved to the US and changed her name. Fun fact, she was actually born as Patsy Ann Noble, and then she changed it to Trisha. Sadly, she passed away on January 23rd, 2021 after suffering complications from a tumor caused by inhaled asbestos fibers. She passed away just 2 weeks shy of her 77th birthday. Halfway through our list, at number 5 is Adam Perkins. The Vine star that went viral and created a career for himself sadly passed away recently at the very young age of just 24. In 2015, he achieved achieved fame for a 3-second video of him saying, "Hi, welcome to Chili's." Once his Vine exploded, he built a career as a performer and a musician, and fans were devastated to hear the news of his passing. Family members, friends, and fans went online to pay tribute to the star, and the Chili's restaurant also sent their condolences on Twitter. Chili's wrote, "We are saddened by the news of Adam Perkins' passing. He brought laughter to so many of us and will always be remembered and cherished. Rest in peace, Adam." His death was confirmed by his twin brother Patrick, who revealed the news that his cause of death will not be disclosed. Fans are upset by that, but hopefully they are respecting the family. Moving on to number 4, we have Roger Mudd. The longtime television journalist passed away at the age of 93, but fans agree that it was still too soon. He served as an anchor for CBS and NBC and passed away in March from kidney failure. He first began his journalism career in the 1950s and later made a name for himself when he joined CBS News. He spent 20 years covering the news for CBS Evening News, and in 1980, he left them to join their rival network, NBC. One of the interviews he is commonly remembered by is for his award-winning interview in 1979, which he conducted with then presidential candidate Senator Edward M. Kennedy. The news networks took it to social media to pay their tributes and also announce their condolences. No bad blood between those two rival networks. They both got a taste of the legend. That's a plus for all of them. In our 3rd spot is Jessica Walter. The Arrested Development actress lived a long life and passed at the age of 80 last month in March 2021. She was an award-winning actress whose career spanned over 6 decades. With a resume full of roles and award nominations, the one that people mainly remember her for was her performance as Lucille Bluth in Arrested Development. She earned an Emmy nomination and 2 SAG nominations for her performance. When she was off the big screen, she also served as the 2nd National Vice President of the Screen Actors Guild and was elected member of the SAG Board of Directors for over a decade. After the news broke of her passing, former co-stars and fans began sharing their memories online and paying tribute to her. And honestly, after I read some of them, people have nothing but amazing things to say. They were so heartfelt. They were so sweet. She sounded amazing. Taking over the number 2 spot is Helen McCrory. The news came very recently, just a few days ago, and shocked everyone when it was revealed that the Peaky Blinders actress had passed away from cancer. Reports shared that she swore her friends to secrecy as she underwent treatment because she didn't want her professional or charitable work to be overshadowed by her illness. Her friend Carrie Cracknell did a radio tribute and spoke about it. Helen's husband, Damian Lewis, also announced the news that she had passed away peacefully at home at the age of 52 on his social media. She was best known for playing Polly in Peaky Blinders, as well as appearing in the Harry Potter franchise and The Special Relationship. And if I'm being honest, people are still in a lot of shock about this news because no one really knew what was going on. They didn't know the severity of her illness or that she was seeking treatment, because she wanted to keep it quiet in her final weeks. In our 1st place spot is none other than Prince Philip. For more than 7 decades, he took on the supporting role of his wife, Queen Elizabeth II, as she carried out her tribute as monarch. He was by her side throughout it all, quite literally, including every one of her 271 trips abroad. One thing the rest of the royal family praises him for was that he never took the limelight and never overstepped the mark. He was always just there to love and support her. He lived a very long, fulfilling life and passed away at the age of 99 after he spent 4 weeks in the hospital being treated for an infection and a heart condition. The Queen and Prince Philip got married in 1947 and have been together ever since, so the loss has tremendously affected her. With all the press and the chaos, obviously, she has had a very difficult time speaking on the loss of her husband, but one thing she did say was, I quote, "He has been my strength all these years."
At number 10, Sebastian Athie. No matter where you are in the world, Disney makes an impact. Latin American Disney Channel actor Sebastian Athie was a star in a completely different part of the world than my own, and yet we all feel the sadness that came after his sudden passing last summer. Known for his role as soccer player Lorenzo Guerra on the Argentinian Disney show Once, Sebastian was well loved and a talented guy. Other than being a famed actor, he was also into the music scene. He was a singer releasing music as recently as 2019. He released his most recent song Freaking Out in July of 2019, and before that he released a song through Disney Channel called Play with the Heart. But before he got his big break on the Disney Channel, he got his start on a popular telenovela called La Rosa de Guadalupe, having appeared on 2 episodes between 2014 and 2015 as 2 different characters. He lived a good life, finding a lot of success until his tragic passing on July 4th, 2020, after suffering from a heart attack at the age of 24. He will be dearly missed. At number 9, Don Rickles. Toy Story fans were devastated to hear of the passing of Don Rickles back in 2017. Don had a long and successful career as a comedian, but I think what most people remember him for is his role as the voice of Mr. Potato Head in the Toy Story films. He had voiced the character since the very beginning and was part of 3 Toy Story films before his passing at the age of 90. Don was set to take up his famous role in the newest installment of the Toy Story series, but sadly he passed away before the script was finished. When the studio was ready to begin production on Toy Story 4, they actually asked Don's family if they would be willing to give them permission to use old recordings of Don's voice to bring Mr. Potato Head to life one last time, to which they agreed, saying, quote, "He always said, keep my name alive, let them know who I am, so he would be thrilled by all of this, definitely," end quote. Toy Story 4 came out with Don's voice playing his beloved character and helping to keep his legacy alive. I don't know about you guys, but there's no one else that I could see playing this part, so I'm glad they were able to do this. Thanks for being part of our childhoods, Don. Now before I carry on with the video, please consider leaving a like to help out the channel, and also check out my channel Viper Girl for some gaming content as well. At number 8, Nikita Pro Waligwa. Actress Nikita Pro Waligwa, known for her role as Gloria in the Disney movie Queen of Katwe, sadly passed away in February 2020 at the age of 15. Nikita had been on a long journey battling a brain tumor from 2016 and again in 2019 after another tumor was discovered. Queen of Katwe's director Mira Nar actually helped to organize funds for Nikita's treatment during filming, showing how much the cast and crew cared for her. She played a role in a powerful film with powerful women, and she will always be remembered for that. She fought bravely through it all, and that will be something people remember. At number 7, Stan Lee. Stan Lee was a comic book writer, editor, actor, and producer known for his creation and involvement in many iconic Marvel characters. He was always a storyteller, as he enjoyed writing since he was a kid. He credited the books and movies from his childhood for his great success later in life. In 1939, Lee began working for a comic book publisher, which eventually evolved into the coveted Marvel Comics by the 1960s. What made Stan's character so unique was how his comic book heroes had more realistic and flawed qualities in comparison to rival DC Comics. Their success skyrocketed, and the Marvel empire grew into what we know it as today. Other than creating these characters, Lee also starred alongside them for many years, as he held cameos in many of the Disney movies. And since Disney owns Marvel, this makes Stan an honorary Disney star. For fans of the MCU, Stan's appearance was one Easter egg that we all looked forward to finding. Stan Lee lived an incredibly long and successful life until his death on November 12, 2018 at the age of 95. At number 6, Jason Davis. If you're familiar with the Disney Channel show Recess from the late 90s/early 2000s, then you would obviously remember the character Mikey Blumberg. He was basically the nicest kid on the playground, a lovable guy with a knack for poetry and a good heart, always being the first to forgive people. Mikey was voiced by actor Jason Davis for the duration of the show's series, as well as its spin-off movies. Sadly, Jason passed away February 16, 2020 at the age of 35 due to effects caused by fentanyl usage. Other than appearing on the Disney Channel, Jason also had roles in Rush Hour, Beverly Hills Ninja, and Mafia. During his life, Jason founded and dedicated himself to an organization called Cure Addiction Now. His organization's goal was to help fund research for those suffering from substance abuse and addiction, and he dedicated the year and a half before his passing to growing this organization. Before his passing, he was also working on a new show called The Two Jasons. He brought many characters to life and dedicated his time towards helping others, achieving so many wonderful things in his life. At number 5, Carrie Fisher. The world was shocked by actress Carrie Fisher's tragic passing. Having been beloved by so many, her passing affected so many people. Carrie passed away on December 27, 2016 at the age of 60 after having suffered a heart attack. Carrie was no doubt known for her role in the Star Wars franchise, playing Princess Leia. Since Disney bought Star Wars, this technically made her a Disney princess, which just made her that much cooler. Carrie began her Star Wars career at the age of 19 and it stuck with her for her whole life. When approached about the idea of portraying Leia again in 2015's The Force Awakens, she said, quote, "I knew that something enormous was likely going to impact my life in this film, and that there was absolutely no way of understanding what that was or likely be. This was her defining role and there was no way that it would let her go." She brought Leia's bad character to life even after her passing, as the studio was able to bring her back to life on the big screen one last time in The Rise of Skywalker, which was released 3 years after her death. Though she had her struggles in life, which she opened up about, she was still an icon and is still dearly missed. At number 4, Chadwick Boseman. Marvel's Black Panther movie is one of their most successful films. I remember when it was first released and there were so many people going to see it, and so many people from the Black community saying how they felt empowered and represented by this film. It was a big deal and made Black Panther a fan favorite. Chadwick Boseman, the actor who brought King T'Challa to life, also became an icon, so when the news of his passing broke last year, fans were devastated. Chadwick passed away on August 28, 2020 at the age of 43 after a long and difficult battle with stage 4 colon cancer. Other than being cast in the MCU, Chadwick also played some big roles such as Jackie Robinson in 42, as well as James Brown in Get On Up. His family released a statement announcing his passing, saying how hard he fought until the end. Fans found out that Chadwick was receiving treatment for his condition at the same time that he was filming Black Panther, showing us how strong he really was. Chadwick really was a king on and off screen, and it's hard to imagine the MCU without him. At number 3, Robin Williams. Actor and comedian Robin Williams put a smile on everyone's face. He had the ability to captivate an audience so easily and always left an impression on every single one of his fans. Though he had a long and successful career, he also spent some time working with Disney, portraying a number of characters. He worked on projects like Popeye, Good Morning Vietnam, Good Will Hunting, Back to Neverland, Flubber, and more. His most notable Disney production, however, was Aladdin. Robin voiced the genie, bringing that magical blue goof to life in the most entertaining way. The genie was always meant to be played by Robin, as the character was even written with him in mind, and he brought the character to life in both the original Aladdin and the sequel, Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Sadly, Robin passed away on August 11, 2014 after he took his own life. Though it was originally reported that he suffered from depression, his wife later clarified that he was really suffering from a condition called DLB, saying that Robin's depression was one of many symptoms of DLB. Robin played a big part in many of our childhoods, as he starred in so many films that we watched as kids, and we thank him for that. At number 2, Lee Thompson Young. Though you may not recognize the name, you will surely recognize his face. If you grew up watching the Disney Channel in the late 90s and 2000s, then you might be familiar with Lee Thompson Young. Lee got his breakout role in the Disney Channel series The Famous Jet Jackson, where he played the famous action TV star Jet Jackson. This role was the first major role he got, and it set him up to have a successful career with Disney. After his time filming Jet Jackson, as well as its spin-off films, Lee then went on to star in the hit Disney Channel movie Johnny Tsunami and the subsequent film Johnny Kabahala Back on Board. After leaving Disney, he went on to star in different shows like Smallville, where he played Victor Stone, aka Cyborg, and in Rizzoli and Isles, where he played Detective Barry Frost. His role on Rizzoli and Isles was the last role that Lee had before his passing in 2013, where he took his own life. Lee had reportedly been struggling with his mental health, and so when he passed away, his family set up a foundation in his name called the Lee Thompson Young Foundation, with the goal of removing the stigma around mental illness. If you're ever struggling with your mental health, please reach out to someone or call a local crisis hotline. You are not alone. And finally, at number 1, Cameron Boyce. One of the biggest and most tragic deaths that Disney has faced recently was the passing of actor Cameron Boyce back in 2019. Cameron passed away on July 6, 2019 at the age of 20. His passing came just shortly before the premiere of his film Descendants 3, where he played Carlos, the son of Disney villain Cruella de Vil. Before this film, Cameron had starred in other Disney productions like Jessie and had guest roles on Good Luck Charlie and Shake It Off. Cameron was a Disney fan favorite, but he was so much more than that outside of the world of film and television. He was also a philanthropist. In 2017, Cameron helped raise over $27,000 for the Thirst Project. He aided in an effort to end homelessness. He worked closely with an organization that helped raise awareness and fight against on college campuses. He worked with an organization to help kids with sickle cell disease, and his final humanitarian effort was to partner with an organization to help fight against gun violence. Because helping others was something that Cameron loved, his family set up an organization in his name after his passing to, quote, provide young people artistic and creative outlets as alternatives to violence and negativity, and provide resources to make a positive change in the world. Cameron did a lot of good in his life and continues to be someone for people to look up to. Now, I want you guys to let me know down in the comments if you have any fond memories of any of these actors who are no longer with us, and if so, what are they? Anyways, I've been your host, Room, and until next time, stay safe, do something today that makes you happy, and I will see you guys in another video.